Today we're looking at rules of polynomials, so I've just got 3 examples. So depending on information that you are given, it depends on how you proceed. So the first one, we're given a function in a rule in particular form. So this one's a cubic, so we're given part of the rule. So that's y equals to a, and then it's in factorised form. It is a x minus 1 times x plus 2 times x minus 4, and we're told that there's a particular point that is on the graph. And so we then need to find a. So see if we're given a point, there our x and our y values, and so what we can do is enter that information in what we're given, and so then 16, which is the y value, is a times x minus 1, so 5 minus 1, 5 plus 2, and 5 minus 4. And when you do that, you find that that's 28. A. 5 minus 1 is 4. 7 and 1. 4 sevens are 28. And so then A would be 16 over 28, which of course you can cancel down to 4 sevenths. Alright, so that's one way that we can find the equation of the polynomial. We may also be given a graph. So let's have a look at an example where we've got a graph. So when we've got a graph, we use the graph to determine some things, and so we've got some x-intercepts, we've got a y-intercept that's been marked in for us. So in particular, the x-intercepts relate to what? So what sort of factors, what sort of factors do we have?
Single,
And repeated, yeah. So we've got a repeated factor. And that would be x plus 3. And then we have just a linear factor. Which would be x minus 1. And then there may be some dilation. So when we write what the equation would be, y equals something, so it would be x plus 3, and because it's a repeated factor, it's squared, and then x minus 1. Because there may be some dilation, we put the a in there. All right. And this one starts at the top left instead of the bottom left, so it looks like this has been reflected. Whether you put that in there now or not doesn't make any difference to your final answer. The final answer end up being the same. So what else do we know? Well, we know it goes through the y-axis here. So we know that 0 and 9 is a point. So we'll put that in. 9 equals a 0 plus 3, 0 minus 1. Whoops, forgot the squared. So 3 squared is 9 times negative 1. So 9 is equal to negative 9a. So a is negative 1. So our rule, I'll write it over here. So our rule then, by y equals negative x plus 3 squared x minus 1. Alright, so 2 examples. You might be given part of what the rule looks like and have to find another part. You might be given a graph and have to find all of it. So remember, your linear factors pass straight through. Repeated factors with the squareds have a turning point on the axes. Or you may just be given a whole bunch of points. And so let's look at an example of that. Alright, to rub all that off. Right, so let's have a look. Alright, so here we've just got a whole bunch of points, so we need to look at the expanded version. Oops. So ax cubed bx squared cx plus d. And we've got 4 points, so we use each of those points, substitute in here and find 4 equations. So if you use the first one, -2 and 1, we'll put that in, we've got 1 equals a times -2 cubed plus b times -2 squared plus c times -2 plus d. And when you simplify that, it's -8a plus 4b minus 2c plus d. And you do the same for each of the others. So 1 and 4. This time 4 equals a times 1 cubed plus b times 1 squared plus c times 1 plus d. It should be 4 equals a plus b plus c plus d. Then the other one, 2 and 17, so 17 equals a times 2 cubed plus b times 2 squared plus c times 2 plus d. Which equals up to that, and then finally on the last one, -1 and 2. Which equals up to -a plus b minus c plus d. So now we've got 4 equations. What do we do with them? Calculator exactly. Alright, those 4 equations, solve them simultaneously, and alright, so seeing as there's 4 equations, just tap on your simultaneous equation solver. Tap on it once, it'll give you 2 lines. Tap again, gives you another line, and then at the third time, it'll give you another line. You put that in. When you do that, you find that A is 1, B is 2, C is 0, and D is 1. So the rule is y equals x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1. Alright. And that's it, that's 4G. Anything that anyone not sure of? We've done that.
On the calculator again.
So, where is it on the calculator? Keyboard. So it's keyboard. And there's a symbol that looks like this with a couple of boxes. One of them is black, I can't remember which one. So tap on that and it'll open 2 lines. Because we've got 4 lines, tap on it again, it'll give you another line. And we want a 4th one, so tap on it again, it'll give you a 4th line. Alright, then you need to use X, Y, or you can use whatever. You need 4 variables, so you have to use your keyboard to get another variable there. Alright, 4G.